Private jets, safari proposals, luxury villas in Zanzibar. On the surface, it looked like a dream life any woman would want. She was glowing online, building her brand, showing love in one of the most beautiful places on earth. But then something dark popped up.
Ashlee Jenae, an IG model and soft life influencer, flew to Tanzania to celebrate her 31st birthday with her boyfriend, Joe McCann. And shortly after, she disappeared completely.
Somebody commented weeks before she died saying he was going to kill her. She never replied, and now her family is stuck waiting for answers nobody is giving. Ashlee Jenae wasn't forgettable at all. She came from New Jersey, sharp and ambitious. Her whole life flipped from a simple bet, riding with her best friend, to Miami. That trip changed everything. She was supposed to go back, but instead, she locked in a job within days, packed up, and made Miami her new home. And she fit right in, modeling, grinding from zero, ending up in music videos with Rick Ross, Migos, Meek Mill. No luck, just hustle. By her early 30s, she had turned herself into a full-time influencer, building a life that looked perfect online. She had a real Instagram following. People actually cared and paid attention. She wasn't faking it. She was building something solid, and from the outside, she looked genuinely happy. Her life felt like the kind people screenshot and save for inspiration. That was Ashlee's vibe, no question. Now here's where things shift. The man she was with, Joe McCann. Yeah, his background matters heavy in this story. He ran a company called Asymmetric Financial, a crypto fund with a name that basically screams power imbalance. More knowledge, more control on one side. On paper, this man looked unstoppable. Wall Street, Silicon Valley, Microsoft, hedge funds. He had serious weight behind his name. By 2024, his fund was ranked #1 in the world across all assets, not just crypto. That's major. He had money, connections, influence, and somewhere in all that, he and Ashlee crossed paths. They had been together for a while, showing up on her Instagram like a solid couple, captions, basically saying this is her person. But here's what people started catching when they looked back. Joe never posted her, not once. Meanwhile, Ashlee had him all over her page. No tags, no mentions, nothing from him. Make that make sense. And then the comments. Those comments hit different now. People had been warning her for months. One comment from 20 weeks before her death said, "He going to kill you." Another straight up said, "He will kill you." Someone even called him the slave owner. And just weeks before the trip, another wrote, "He's going to harm you. Get out."
What's crazy is, after some digging, netizens found old comments where a fan warned her that her boyfriend was going to kill her. And when you look at Joe's social media, he has never mentioned Ashlee at all. In fact, he's continued to post after she was reported dead, like nothing ever happened. Again, none of this story has been verified, but it's all everyone is talking about.
At the time, maybe it looked like random internet talk. But now, it doesn't feel random at all. Still, whatever was really going on behind the scenes, the public story was leveling up fast. Joe planned a huge trip. Tanzania, Zanzibar, a dream location. Private villa, safari, luxury vibes all around. He proposed, she said yes, and she was glowing when she shared it. On April 5th, her 31st birthday, she posted chapter 31, and I am exactly where I need to be. Joe replied, "Me," and she answered, "Forever." That was one of her last public posts.
According to Ashlee's latest Instagram post, she was having a fabulous time in Tanzania with her boyfriend, taking glamorous pictures, spending time with animals, and even being proposed to during the trip.
What happened next? It gets unclear real fast because different sources are saying different things, and the family made it clear if it's not from them, it's unverified.
We're not too sure what happened. That's what we're trying to find out. I got 2 emails today from the embassy in Zanzibar. They said the investigation is still ongoing. That they have not determined the cause of death yet at all, and the investigation is still ongoing and still pending right now. So there has nothing official has been released. And that's what we're trying to find out. We just want answers.
So here's what's actually confirmed. Ashlee was found unconscious inside her villa at Zanzibar, a high-end luxury resort. She was rushed to a local hospital, and hours later, her death was confirmed. That's the part nobody is arguing about. Now here's where it gets heavy. Joe McCain told Tanzanian authorities that Ashlee died by suicide, by hanging. Let that really sink in. A woman who had just gotten engaged, just turned 31, and had posted hours earlier that she was exactly where I need to be.
Chapter 31, and I'm exactly where I need to be. Joe replied to the post with one word, me. She responded, forever. That was one of the last things she publicly posted.
And according to everyone close to her, showed no clear signs of being in that kind of mental space. The family kept it direct. They said she was found, unconscious, taken to the hospital, and then gone just hours later. They called the situation suspicious and said the questions around her death are still wide open.
Though there have been no official reports about her death, Ashlee has not posted to her social media since her birthday, and everyone believes the rumors that she is dead, but no one believes that she would end her life that way, not on her birthday.
There were also early unverified reports describing different details, but the family pushed back and confirmed she was found at the Zanzibar villa, not anywhere else. The early details were all over the place, and that's exactly why the family stepped in, telling people to only trust information coming directly from them. But one thing didn't change, Joe's claim, and the people who knew Ashlee. They were not accepting that, not at all. The second the news broke, everything moved fast online. Ashlee's close friend and PR specialist, Savannah Britt, went straight to X and held nothing back.
Everybody's wondering what happened after a woman named Savannah Britt came to Twitter to share this shocking message. She wrote, "We need justice for my friend Ashlee Jenae, who was found dead in her hotel in Tanzania, and her fiance, Joe McCain, claims she hung herself. And anyone who knows Ash knows she would never commit suicide. We need answers now."
Her post blew up instantly. She wrote, "We need justice for my friend Ashlee Jenae was found dead in her hotel in Tanzania. Her fiance, Joe McCain, claims she hung herself. Anyone who knows Ash knows she would never commit. We need answers." That post shifted everything. When the people closest start speaking, people listen. And what Savannah said matched what so many were already thinking. This didn't add up. Then the family released their own statement calling Ashlee vibrant, full of life, deeply loved.
You know, ever since she was a beacon of light. You know, she liked being in the limelight. It's like being in the camera. She was an influencer. You know, she loved
her family.
She loved her family.
She loved her family.
They talked about her engagement, her birthday, her dream trip, and made it clear there is an active investigation into her suspicious passing. Those were the family's exact words, and they made one thing crystal clear. If it didn't come directly from them, it should be treated as unverified. Smart move, because by then the internet was already going wild with theories, rumors, and details nobody could lock down. Now let's get into the investigation, because this is where it starts to feel frustrating. At the time this story broke, Tanzanian authorities had released nothing official, no autopsy results, no toxicology, no confirmed cause of death from medical examiners, nothing. The only explanation out there was the one Joe gave, suicide by hanging, and even that wasn't verified by any authority.
There has been no communication here.
Was there any footage? Did you look at the footage? Did you see the footage? These are things that's very important to us. These are things that can clear everything up. It gives us a timeline. It lets us know what happened. We have not seen or heard or even anything about any kind of footage, surveillance. These are things that we need to know.
That gap, the space between what someone claims and what investigators confirm, that's where cases start getting messy and families get stuck waiting for real answers. And what about the U.S. government? The embassy was involved, but their role is limited. They don't run the investigation. They can't force anything. They help with logistics, communication, and make sure procedures are followed. That's it. And here's something that hit hard. Ashlee's family didn't hear it from Joe at all. They were contacted through her passport emergency info after her body was found. Think about this for a second. The man who proposed to her, the one she called her forever, never contacted her family to tell them she was gone.
I think it's very odd that our daughter is traveling with Joe and we don't hear anything from Joe. To me, that's very odd. And initial call that she got from Joe was 11 hours after something had transpired in the room. And that's very odd. 11 hours later,
11 hours.
something had transpired, and Joe just relayed to Yolanda that Ashlee was okay and she was stable and she was okay and don't worry about it.
But that she was at the hospital.
Yes. 11 hours later.
While her parents were getting that devastating call from the embassy, Joe McCain was online, retweeting crypto posts like nothing happened. No tribute, no statement, no sign of grief, just business as usual. Make that make sense. Then people started digging into his social media, and what they found raised even more questions. There were links to controversial content, racially charged material, and accounts tied to extreme ideologies, spaces that don't exactly show respect toward Black communities. And yet, he was engaged to a Black woman, celebrating her birthday on this trip. People began connecting dots. Whether those connections fully mean something is still unclear, but it didn't sit right with a lot of people. As for the investigation, rumors spread that Joe had been taken into custody, but at that time nothing had been officially confirmed and reports were all over the place. Some reports said he was in custody, others said he wasn't. No clear answers from anyone in authority. And that silence? That's one of the most unsettling parts of this whole story. Because really think about it. If you're the one who found your fiancé unresponsive, there are only two possibilities. You're completely shattered by grief, or you know exactly what happened in that room. There's no version of real love where you lose someone like that and then jump online talking about markets like nothing changed. No real grief looks like silence toward her family either. None. Now here's where things stood. Reports started spreading that Joe McCain had been arrested in Tanzania, but nothing was officially confirmed. No charges, no court dates, nothing on record. And it gets more complicated. This all happened on foreign soil. Cases like this don't always get the resolution families hope for, and now everything is in the hands of Tanzanian authorities. So what's left? An unconfirmed arrest, no official cause of death, a family demanding answers from across the ocean, and a situation that still doesn't add up. A 31-year-old woman traveled to one of the most beautiful places on Earth to celebrate her life. She got engaged, celebrated her birthday, and posted that she was exactly where I need to be. And then she never came home. The people who truly knew her, her energy, her laugh, the way she lit up a room, they're the ones saying this doesn't add up. Not strangers, not random voices online, the people closest to her. Meanwhile, the man at the center of it all, still posting, still silent, still moving like nothing happened. When someone is gone and the person closest to them can't publicly acknowledge them, can't reach out to their family, can't even pause to say their name, that speaks loud. And beyond all this, cases like this, Americans dying abroad, don't always get the justice families are hoping for. That's not pessimism. That's the pattern. Foreign cases, limited embassy power, slow investigations, and families left fighting from thousands of miles away with no real answers. And right now, Ashlee's family is living that reality. They asked for trust in the Zanzibar officials while dealing with a loss most people couldn't even imagine handling. The least people can do is keep her name alive. Ashlee Jenae, 31 years old, New Jersey roots, built her life in Miami. A woman who took a chance on herself and made it happen. She deserved to come home. Instead, the investigation is still ongoing. No confirmed cause of death, no verified arrest, just questions. Chapter 31 was supposed to be her next beginning, not the end. Rest in peace. If you want answers too, make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and drop your thoughts in the comments.